First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 40. Running toward the tape. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So SMU's offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It's a draw. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Now, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Back to pass, it's Uiagalelei. Trying to get to it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Still on his feet at the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown.
Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's got him this time. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Uiagalelei. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And that's easy pitch and catch. You got to catch that. Those are routes that you throw all the time, and you expect your receiver. You know, those same pitch routes, you sell deep real quick, sit down. I need that to be a positive 8 yards or 10 yards, an easy deep.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 21, SMU 0.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One
play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They're bringing heat. And as he throws, he took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 38-yard line. 4th down coming up.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And how about the little razzle-dazzle? They try to hand the sweep on 4th down and give it to a wide receiver. The defense was locked in, did a great job seeing it, going, attacking it, tackling him to the ground. Big 4th down stop by this defense.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 21, SMU 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Finds the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires the pass, intercepted.
The pass on 4th down. Intercepted by Ohio State. And the Buckeyes take over.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
Good enough.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quick pass on the jet motion. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. A strong, methodical...
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Florida State Seminoles. Now to my guys in the booth.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sanders. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They should have their football cards stripped away and never allowed to go inside a stadium again. They're punting in the red zone. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the First down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Taking a shot on the first play. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cavaliers offense has the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Here comes the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to throw deep right side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do much.
And the pass, it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the draw. And he used that big, powerful stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think
he lost one down the sideline. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
The give to the fullback. The Cavaliers pick up the 1st down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
7, Virginia, 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Fullback's got it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Maffa. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. He's got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Finds his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I love it when they slip it to the fullback. He's a guy that, blocks a lot, so always in the box blocking, and then you sneaking by those linebackers and try to give him a touch or two to get some positive yards.
Caught in the backfield, it's Maffa. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 30. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block it.
Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking for a man. It's Rodgers. Coming after him. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14, Virginia.
And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Offense getting set for first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pocket starts to collapse. Another incompletion on third down. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got great speed. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together...
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left side. Afterburner's coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. It's almost as if he's racing against himself out there. This speed, dare I say, is Galloway-esque.
Yes, definitely can fly, and it dictates the whole coverage. It dictates the defense to you. You think you want to put that guy on an island with a quarterback? No, I better get a safety over the top to help. He changes the whole structure of a defense with that blazing speed.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
Looking to go up top on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Here on 3rd down for this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, Virginia.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sanders. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Push down for the tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Fires to the tight end. And the Cavaliers will keep this drive going.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
2nd and 10 here. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Pressure coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more.
He'll take a deep shot here. He caught it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. And it's caught inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. A great opening drive so far. Can they cash it in on 1st and goal? They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense will take the field for the first time. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Rodgers. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the silver bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's Barlow. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, SMU 0.
1st down to start the drive after the break. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That's a really good stop on the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to get to him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Grab behind the line. It's Barlow. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. That's caught. It's Lacey. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Cameron. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. He's going to fire deep. He's got it all right. Hit the afterburners, kid. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. He's off to the races. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14, SMU 0.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit and apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the move to his left. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right.
Ball in the air, intercepted! Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's headed to the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Looking for a gap. It's Barlow. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. A 1st down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking for a deep man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the return, it's Cameron.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 28, SMU.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. Reels it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
To the air, it's Rodgers. Gets it out fast.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
A little screen to the running back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come up field and those situations where you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. How in the world did he miss that? That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. Coming after it. He's going to take off. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figure. The offense lining up for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Oh, he's going to go up top. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Hey, how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hands, it's Morrow. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. And he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, North Carolina 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Cameron. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been down.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block. It's Lane. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. And this offense would like to give the punter a little bit of rest after running him out there at the end of the first 2 drives. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Cameron. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to...
He's going up top. He's got it down the right side. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They're just about ready to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back. It's Cameron. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lane. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He'll do it himself. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give to the fullback.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes. Just hit you in the mouth.
At the 40, there he goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. On the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Plows through the defense. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. right back at him. Comes out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Let's go! Sticks it in his belly. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To give to the big fullback. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 28, North Carolina 2.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. After the run, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
Oh, look out! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. On the return, it's Cameron. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Using his legs, it's Gordon. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they...
And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
Winning those individual On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Hands it off. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Sweet cut there.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Morrill. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire 1st quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Louisiana's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
The best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. Back to throw. It's Shuck. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note. Yeah,
it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Shuck. They're trying to get to it. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll give it to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down here for the offense. He leaves it with his back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Give to the big fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lane. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped him.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point makes it 28-0. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with bad field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got to...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers in this defense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 28, Louisiana 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Back to pass, it's Shuck. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Looking for a block, it's Cameron. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to... Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Got it in the middle, it's Lane. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And here comes the offense on second down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 50.
Well, look at this. Fourth down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. The option look. He'll toss it. Will not get there. A fourth down down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wants to throw. It's Shuck. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Still on his feet. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
2nd down coming up.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.